Hello, everybody, and welcome back to HVAC Shop Talk. My name's Zach Ciota. I'm your lovable host for this evening, for the next hour or so, and maybe beyond, depending on how far we get rolling. Say hello to the chat people here. We have Cameron Rimmer, sup. Clint Glasgow, hey Clint. Blue Air HVAC, Mr. Grabbit a Cocket a Flocket a Jobitus, Cannon Casey, Corey Welcome to the chat, everybody. Good to see everybody out there tonight. I hope everybody's doing just a fantastic, bang-up, happy time out there. And hope does that sound right? I don't know. But I hope you're doing well. Let's just say that. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to remember things today, so I wrote down things on a list so I could read them off here so I can remember. I had a good idea, and I had a new tool arrive, and there's a few different things that we're going to do starting, well, tonight on some of the stuff and then proceeding into the future. Blue Air says, you sound hoarse. I'm not hoarse. Your speakers are blowing, Blue Air. You need to buy better speakers. I mean, you got to go to, hey, when you're going to buy speakers, you got to buy the nice ones. You can't just get the cheapest ones at Walmart. You got to get the nice ones. There should be sound out there, guys. If you don't have any sound, we have some guy who says no sound. One's hoarse, one's no sound. So someone hears a horse and someone doesn't hear anything at all. So if you don't hear anything at all, you let me know, and I'll fix it. I don't know what I'm going to do because I see the little bar moving. I don't know. So, guys, I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, give me a big old thumbs up right there. You can give the video a thumbs up. How you like that for that trickery? That's social media tactics right there. Guys, if you hear the video, just hit the thumbs up button, and then you'll know. Okay. All right, hear me just fine. That's good enough for me. All right. So, I had an idea. It's like we have channel members, right? And I was like, what can I do for channel members besides just, we were having like a giveaway for like a $25 gift card each month. And it seemed like, that's not good enough. So I was thinking about it. And a lot of the guys that were members or subscribers, which are the same thing, two different groups, we're going to try to consolidate that as well. I'm going to move toward that because I think it's better to have one group, even if I'm trying to make a point about not giving YouTube all the money, whatever. We'll just make one group. It's just going to be easier. But the people were saying, like, Zach, you don't have to give us gift cards with the stuff. So I thought to myself, what can I do? What would be a good thing to do? And I watch a lot of shows. Like I watch this thing called Timcast. It's Tim Pool. I watch a lot of Blaze TV stuff. And a lot of that stuff, they have like a show that extends on afterwards for like their subscriber members or whatever you want to call it. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try that just like after, I don't know about every show, but maybe one show a week at least. There's like a bonus segment for the people who are the members. I think that's what I'll do. So member people out there, let me know if you like the way that sounds. Okay, I said I would put a link in here because people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. So here it is. I am going to show you guys. If you want to become a member, you can do so by doing this number right here. I'll put it here. And no, I'm not giving away the cross on the wall. I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so, Tim. If you want to be a member, there's the link in the chat. No, I don't give out hugs either. I'm not a real hugger kind of guy out there. I'm not a hugger. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to have some bonus material, whether it be just more skilled trade up at the end, more conversation and call taking, whatever. I think it'd be kind of a cool thing to do, and then something fun so I can say thank you to the people who became members. I thought it was a good idea. This cross right here is only $35, okay? Turbo sawdust. My microphone is like right in front of it too. That was not well planned. I have to move it over here or something like that. I know you guys were asking about that too. Like, how do you contact Turbo Sawdust? And maybe next show I'll try to have the link so whoever wants to get a sign or whatever can do so. Okay, so I've crossed that off my list. Members, we're going to have membership segments for the show. Become a member, la-ti-da. The membership stuff is basically just you're paying like $5 a month or something like that to support the show. That's basically what it is. There's different tier levels. You see it a lot on YouTube where it says join at the bottom. And that's just how they make some of their revenue. New YJack probes. Yep, a new YJack probe did arrive. And here it is right here in this nice yellow jacket case. It's like a regular case. They just stitched the name Yellow Jacket on it, let's be honest. But it's not all about the case, is it, guys? No, it is not. So this is the new YJack Mano. And I guess they came out and they were available for, like, what do we call it? Influencers. They decided to send it to all the heavy hitter influencers. And once they all had one, they sent mine. So whenever you get this kit, I'm just going to kind of show you guys what's in here. You have 2 of the static pressure probes, 2 metal probes. It transitions to like a plastic tip right there, if you can see that. And there's 2 of them, and they have little arrows and stuff on them. And it comes with what I would call an inadequate length of hose. I don't know how long this is, but this is, I don't know, 30 inches or so. I think it's going to have to be a little longer than that. That's the hose. You get 1 for each side. It looks like a very small hose, but it is about 30 inches long, and that is, I don't think that's going to cut it, because some of the air handlers by themselves, they could be like 60 inches long. So that's probably not going to work. It may work sometimes, but other times it may not work. And I'm probably going to get different hose, or hopefully I already have some laying around. I'll splice a bunch together and duct tape them. This is the actual manometer right here. Is the YJack Mano. See, it has a mode button, units on, off, and display. Powers up, you push the little button here and hold it for a second, and the light comes on, and you can see it come on right there. You see it has differential pressure in water column, and we're at 0.05 because I had to zero it out. So I'm looking forward to this. This comes just in time because I'm going to try to do a few experiments with doing like a whole system analysis on a few systems, just for fun, including my own system. And just take all the different measurements I can and see how it performs, and kind of start, as I can, creating like, I don't know, like a database, or just start learning more about the measurements, because I spent a lot of time being a service tech, but being a service tech, you don't get a whole lot of time to really learn the ins and outs of the trade. You do it in your spare time, and you run across things in the field, you read at home. But I want to do something now that I have the opportunity to, now that I've been around for a while and I'm not doing like 20 calls a day sort of thing. It's going to be nice to just go out there and just measure every conceivable measurement. I have the duct blaster here. I'm going to try to use that duct blaster on a regular basis. And this is not like something I'm going to go around and say, hey, I'm selling duct blaster services. I'm just going to contact some people and say, hey, I want to do some studies. Let me just borrow your air conditioner for a while. And if someone wants, if I'm actually doing some work for somebody, they can do it too, of course. But I think this is going to be something that's just kind of my idea. And I'm going to reach out to some people about they can be the beneficiary of some testing. And I can do a little bit of this duct blaster, see what kind of leakages we're getting from house to house. I really want that true flow. I think I'm going to find a way to get the true flow grid. I am an influencer. I'm a heavy hitter influencer, so I'm going to leverage all my considerable social media power and see what I can find out. And you might see a true flow grid video coming up soon. Who knows? So that's what I'm going to try to do, even if, whatever. We do it the old-fashioned way. We just go to True Tech Tools and buy it. I used to get schooled code, save 8%. But I think it's going to be one of those things that hopefully the true flow grid works with the manometer that I have. I got the duct blaster kit, and I have a RetroTech manometer because they are compatible. In fact, there's a little screen on the RetroTech. It's like the DM32 that allows you to pick whatever brand you're using. Basically, you pick the Duck Blaster, you can pick whatever ring you have on it, and it'll do the analysis after that. So it's pretty cool. I got to kind of toy around with it in here. I broke out, and I did make a video, so I guess some of you might have seen it, where I took a 5-gallon bucket, drilled some holes in it just so there'd be some leakage for sure. Not that there wouldn't be. And just turn it on and see if I can measure the leakage. It was pretty fun. It was pretty cool to use it for the first time and have it look like I actually did it right. And I'm sure there's some things I missed. And I know it's one of those things where I'm going to have to figure out, because one of the requirements I think here is you're going to have a certain amount of leakage per square foot. And I know I saw the setting in there to do that, but I'm looking forward to actually getting it out there and testing it. I'm really looking forward to getting a whole bunch of measurements over time and seeing what is true about air conditioners that are in the field. Not just stuff in the lab. Lab's never been my thing. I would love to see how they stack up from house to house once we're figuring out the exact capacity, once we're figuring out the exact airflow on all of them compared to where they should be, superheat, subcooling, what the sensible heat ratio is. I think that's going to be a big one. We're going to see what the ratio of latent cooling to sensible cooling is, because you just know that it's going to be wrong like all the time. It's just one of those things, you just know it. There's so many units out there now that are set up just kind of like on autopilot, because, you know, that's what I did. I didn't know all the stuff I needed to know. So it's going to be really awesome to just get every detail and analyze it. And then I can kind of give it to you guys, because you guys, I know a lot of you out there, you don't have the opportunity to do this stuff, just like I wouldn't have for many, many years. But since I do have the opportunity to, maybe I can do that and relay what I find to you. And then when I relay what I find to you, we can all talk about it and discuss it. That would be kind of fun. You know, I like this. I'm talking all about the stuff that I'm planning to do, and I just glance down at the chat for a second, and I see people discussing which wire to break for the float switch. It's hilarious. We always come back to the same conversations, guys. Do you break R or do you break Y? We should put up a poll in the chat. That would be great. All right, let me get back to the chat for just a second so we can see what's going on over there. And actually, I'll look down at this one right here. If you guys have anything in here that you wanted to say. What's the static pressure on your system? That's what Canon asked me. Whenever I set up the system, and it should be on the video where I set up the system, I think the static pressure was 0.3. I'm pretty sure it was 0.3, although with the Bosch, I ought to just create some static pressure because we need to knock the airflow down still. But 0.3 is where it fell at the very beginning. Clint says, I'm at Walmart. Anybody need anything? Of course we do. I think everybody can come up with something they need at Walmart. And okay, so Cameron Rimmer, I guess this is where this started. I have a question. Break R, break Y on float switches. Let the war begin. Oh boy, you were right. People are weird. They will talk about the float switch thing to no end for some reason. I don't know what it is. And I'll tell you something. If you want me to specifically see your comment, it's really helpful if you type HVAC Shop Talk because it shows up in all orange. And then I'll definitely see it. On my end, it shows up on all orange. And I will definitely see it then, or type it in all caps. So let's see here. Let's see what everybody's saying about that. We got R's. Frylock, that's Bimco, got his Knipex cutters. I'm sorry, Knipex cutters yesterday. You are welcome, sir. Good job on the skilled trade up. But people give me flack and say, no, you got to break Y. I always break R. I like to break R. I used to break Y all the time. And I would break Y, and I guess the reason that we came up with was because you still had a little bit of air movement in the house because the blower would be running. But then the customer, and the point that our guys were making is the customer won't actually know there's a problem as soon as they would have, and that's pretty smart. So I guess R is probably the best way to go. I guess. R like a pirate. That's right. Let's see here. Anybody else? Sorry, what were you talking about, Zach? Yeah, Cannon. No one's watching the show. They're only talking about float switches. Hey, that's fine. But I showed you guys the new YJack probes. Those are out now. And okay, this is something else I want to do. So the YJack probes here. Okay, I love the YJack probes. I think they're a really great product. And, this is odd because I am also sponsored by these people. So my credibility is zero when talking about their products because, it intersects, and you should have a natural skepticism of someone who's sponsored by something telling you how great it is all the time. But I do like the probes. I really do like the probes. But you guys have raised this many, many times. They don't work with Measure Quick. they don't work with Measure Quick. And I didn't really care because I didn't really use Measure Quick a whole lot, even though I think it's great. I do think it's great. I feel like Measure Quick is one of the things you have to say is great. You ever have that feeling that there's something you're supposed to approve of, but you don't care about it? Well, that's how I feel about Measure Quick. Or that's how I did feel. But now I know that a lot of these products that I'm talking about using are compatible with Measure Quick. So it would be nice if Yellow Jacket would get on board with Measure Quick. Now, am I going to stop using YJack probes? Of course not. I don't have any other probes, but I also do love the YJack probes. So I think I will write I think I will write Yellow Jacket an email just to kind of inquire if they are considering doing that, and then maybe giving a few reasons why I think they should. And hopefully, since we all work together, and we've worked together for, let me look at my watch, 5 years now, they will maybe listen to it. I don't know. And at least I can give you guys some feedback. But I would like to have them work with Measure Quick. Now that I kind of see that, the TrueFlow grid works with Measure Quick. So it would be nice if we could all get together and work together. That would be nice. Canon says field piece are better. I don't think the field piece are better, actually. I really don't. Here's one for Canon. Canon, you tell me why you think the field piece are better, and we'll see what points you make, because I'm kind of curious. And Cameron Rimmer says field piece is the way. I can play that trombone noise. I can do that. It's on the skilled trade-up thing. It's on a different screen, but I could do that. So you speak lies. Yeah. I try not to speak any lies. I'm sure one pops up every now and then, but I try not to speak any lies. Oh, I did. Oh, someone used the HVAC Shop Talk where it shows up in orange. Tell Clint to buy a Hart drill at Walmart. Well, Blue Air, I will tell you this. Okay, let's divert for just a second. I love tools. We've gone over this before. I like to test them. I have little rigs I've built. I actually had a channel called Zach's Tool Shop where I would compare tools, which I think I'll import over here when I actually have the chance to do some tools stuff. Oh, I haven't a text. What time did the baby wake up? I wonder if my wife is watching this. I could just say, he woke up at almost 6, because that's when I got back and he was still asleep. So, but I can't do that. Let me text her. Let me multitask. But we're going to talk about tools for a second. I do love tools. I'm going to bring that stuff back over here and do some tool comparisons every now, because we're using these tools. So, I mean, we might as well. There we go. But the Hart drill, I tested the Hart drill. And the Hart impact driver, they're bad. The Hart Sawzall, super bad. They're really ultra super bad. And the Hart makes some stuff that I really like. They have the inverter that they have. I found one on clearance. This is me, guys. I found one on clearance at half price. It was $32 for their battery-powered inverter. And I have some 4 amp hour Hart batteries, which are way overpriced now. They're nuts. Hart is nuts on some stuff. I really like that thing. It's really handy, carry it around. It's a little bit more ergonomic than the Ryobi one that I have. So, I mean, I like it. It's really, really good. It's awesome. Some of their other stuff, awful. The flip light that they have is a 20-volt flip light. And gosh, I should probably bring it up here, guys. If I can go to the Google and I can bring it up, I will do so. But they have a flip light that's really, really awesome. And you should all go buy it. I'm just kidding. But you can if you want to. Hart flip light. It's all in real time, guys, so you just got to bear with me. But I use it like every single day, just around the house, and I'd use it at work, like in the crawl space job. Sometimes I just want extra light, and I think it's really, really nice. And oh, good, it popped up right away. So let me bring it up over here. Okay, this is the light I'm talking about. The Hart 20-volt LED folding project light. And it's like 850 lumens or something like that. And as you can see, and get the Honey browser app. Look at that. You can track the price online. Zach's a spendthrift. $69, but you get the battery and charger too. The charger is complete garbage. The ones that they give you in the kits, they're awful. But, I mean, the light's pretty good. I really like it. I think it's really nice. And it's pretty bright. And it lasts a while. It's great. The drills, sawzalls, and impact drivers, no, they are bad. Is this live stream sponsored by Hart? No, it is not. But man, I got to give it to you straight, bro. If there's a good product in there. Some people rush to judgment. It's like, hey, everything that these guys make is complete garbage. It's sold at Walmart. It's just not true. But the stuff that counts from Hart, oh, it ain't good. Like the stuff that people go buy power tools for, Like, how good's that skill saw or circular saw? Blah. How good is their sawzall? Nah. How good is the drills and impacts? No. You want to get anything else. Anything else. But the light's fine. But like you're going to go buy a light with a battery platform. Jessica is so late. That's what she says. You're not so late, Jessica. Yeah, Jessica, you're good to go. You're good to go. And you could qualify to play Skill Trade Up tonight because last time, well, you remember. But it's okay. Let's see. Blue Air says, HVAC Shop Talk. I use the Field Piece Job Link 6-piece set, and the range is great, and the system capacity evaluation is spot on. Well, how do you know it's spot on, actually? That's the question. How do you actually know it's spot on? Now, are you using with Measure Quick, I'm guessing, or their own app? And I think the Field Piece probes are great. I just think the YJack probes are even better. I mean, they have a few extra features. The range is at least as good as Field Piece. It's at least as good as Field Piece, if not better, because I've tested both of them, and the YJack range was insane. I don't think Field Piece has like a repeater or a range extender, and YJack does. And then they have the pass-through for charging, which the Field Piece doesn't have. Measure Quick. Well, see, that's the big difference. Man. Let's see here. James Patrick says, I have had issues with the Field Piece probes after about a year of the button starting to stick. When you hold it down to turn it off, it stays down. Okay, that's an interesting thing. It's a little bit of dirt or something getting into it. I've seen that happen a lot on some tools. So, you get some cheaper tools, and I'm not saying they're cheaper. I think they're nice, but you'll have the buttons stick when they get a little bit of dust and dirt on them. So it's always interesting to see how a tool works after you drag it around the crawl space. Because you should be like, well, you know what? Have you started yet? My wife is texting me, have you started yet? She doesn't know the lighting system is on here. This is so embarrassing, guys. Wives, am I right? Crazy. Yes, dear. She's gonna be the dear is gonna be taken sarcastically. So I would normally just say yes. Like, Zach, what are you doing? Are you gonna come back up to the house when you're done? Yes. But if I say yes, dear, that becomes sarcastic. Yeah, I think they need to get together. They need to get together with Measure Quick, with Yellow Jacket. That's what needs to happen. We need to all get together. We need to write a sternly worded letter. My printer just started printing too. There's some kind of weird stuff going on here. She keeps printing stuff to my printer. I mean, come on, girl. You need to stop. It's kind of funny. I'm acting like I'm mad when this whole thing is over. YJack rechargeable like the Mantus were? No, I think they take like AA batteries or something. Double check. Let's find out. There's one right here, right? So it got the YJack Mano. There's a little door on the back for the battery, so you can see it takes some kind of battery right there. I don't want to break anything because I don't know how the door comes off. Yeah. 2 AAA batteries right there. It looks like, hey, what kind of batteries do we get on this thing? Let's see. Because you always wonder, because the tool companies, when they send out their tools, oh, no snap. Hey, Yellow Jacket knows what's up. These are Energizer Industrial. Can you see that, guys? Energizer Industrial batteries. Ooh. These ain't no Wang Chang batteries. These are good ones. Man, oh, man. All right. Way to go, Yellow Jacket. See, Yellow Jacket is good, guys. Yeah, Marco, your documents are printing out on my printer. You're on my Wi-Fi. And like my wife has texted me and says, sorry if it printed out there. Let me say something to her. Yes, it did. There we are. Okay. Say, what kind of hoses came with the Field Piece S-Man? Yellow Jacket? They probably don't come with hoses. I don't think they come with hoses. I'm not sure. Tester, let's take a little break, actually, because I got to do my sponsor thing. I remembered earlier. I have a couple more things to tell you guys, and we'll take some phone calls if we want to. But let me do a little sponsor bit, and I will be right back, you guys. Company Cam is the only app every contractor needs. Document your jobs, communicate with your crews, cover your company's butt. Every photo and video taken with Company Cam is always attached to a project, geotagged, date and time stamped, and user attributed. With Company Cam, you can impress your customers by showing them real-time progress, give them a full scope of your work, and show the proof at the times when you need to. Company Cam is also compatible with many, many different integrations, including apps like Jobber and House Call Pro. You can try Company Cam for free for 14 days, so head over to companycam.com to learn more. Our sponsor, NAVAC, is running a promotion from May the 1st all the way till September 30th of this year. And when you purchase a qualifying vacuum pump, you get 2 free products. You choose 2 out of the following 3. The NHB1 3/8 inch to 1/4 inch evacuation hose, the NHB2, the 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch evacuation hose, or the NVR1 core remover. So there's 2 really nice free items every time you get one of the qualifying vacuum pumps. You can find out more at NAVAC Global, and you can purchase these things at TrueTechTools.com, but use our Shop Talk discount code if you purchase from TrueTech to save 8%. Workwithyourhands.com is a web page that hooks up people looking for jobs with great trade jobs. On the screen right now, I just have a few of the positions available in Durham, North Carolina. Service technicians, HVAC installers, there's some plumbing stuff, electrical stuff, pretty much all the different skilled trades. Jobs are open all across the nation, and there's no reason not to take a look if you're looking to make a move. It's workwithyourhands.com, and you can find links in the description of this video to your next job. This program is brought to you by Yellow Jacket, and this is the Yellow Jacket Wireless Refrigerant Charging Scale, part number 68864. Has a 220-pound capacity, a large platform. It's easy to carry, has a handle built in. I've been using this one for a while. Bluetooth connection. There's no screens on it. You just turn it on. It links up to your phone, and you can watch it from the YJack View app. A really nice and very durable scale. This is the 68864 wireless refrigerant charging scale from Yellow Jacket. Alrighty, we are back, guys. Saw in the chat, I was texting my wife and sending her pictures of, well, never mind. I saw in the chat, guys, you were talking about the studio changing. Okay, so here's what happened with the studio. This is the same room, obviously. You see the paneling. In fact, I'm facing a different direction. My wife is trying to start a business to give her, I guess, some life fulfillment. She wants to do something and create something. So I'm sharing the office that I built with her. So I'm taking up like this corner of the office. Then we're going to put some storage and stuff like that. So I wanted to, extend that to her so that we can also have an opportunity to work together. And that's why I'm over here in the corner. And it's actually kind of nice over here. Really, it's not as much space, but it's really nice when someone is moving into the area. You have to really think about what you actually need, and you find out you can really weed out a bunch of crap, which is nice. All right, let's see. Jessica's excited about trying out her new Infocon scale. Also sad to be back from Kansas. That's a shame. Heard Kansas is nice. A bunch of tornadoes. Cannon could tell you. Blue Air says HEART stands for Hilarious and Ridiculous Tools. Blue Air. My wife has taken over the studio, and Zach has been putting the wife has taken over the studio. She's going to take over the studio to do her thing. And in marriage, you must have compromise. I love that woman, and therefore I'm going to share my studio. Because in the end, really, I shouldn't really be hogging the studio because I don't really have to. And that's a difficult decision right there. Although I want to set up a whole bunch of stuff everywhere, but I really don't need to. If I'm honest with myself, and I can't make something too cool and man cave-ish, or else I'll never go back inside. And she knows that. Wait a second. I figured out her plan. Oh my. So, I digress. We had a bunch of guys express the interest in limiting the amount of time that the phone calls run on the show. And I think that is actually a good idea. And I have come up with 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes is a fair amount of time to converse, and so we can have multiple people be able to call in. So if you do call into the show, just know that you're going to be held to around 10 minutes. And don't be offended. It'll be fine. And you'll have a chance to call back. Let's see what else we got. The show becomes a podcast. I think most of you guys know that already. And we have some prizes coming up later. I was going to show you guys those. These are just the skilled trade-up prizes we're going to play for tonight. I went to Home Depot to get some more today, and they have the Memorial Day sale, so I picked up a few items which I thought were stuff that I would like, I guess, and some of the stuff I already had. So the first stage prize is going to be the Husky. It's a 6-inch waterproof storage bin. I love these things. They have the little gasket inside. It's really, really nice. So that'll be like the first level prize. Second level will be that compact maybe not tactical 500 lumen flashlight from Hart. Remember them? Remember Hart, guys? We were just talking about them. And then there is one of those miniature bolt cutters that are used to cut wiring and stuff like that. This is from Crescent. It's Wiss, I guess you pronounce that Wiss, but that looks pretty cool as well. And then I thought this was really nice. It is an impact socket set with adapter from Milwaukee with a little hanging strip and everything. So I had a feeling this is going to be really, really nice. And it's a lot of the sizes that we normally use at work. So I thought that would be a really cool final prize. And I'm also going to change things up. And when you go up to the next stage, you don't have to trade your prize. You keep all the ones you get. So I think that makes it a lot more fun if you're able to keep everything and you're still trading up to get something else. Marco says, Zach, I have at least 12 minutes of call-in content. Hey, we could probably do 12. 12. That would probably be okay. There's more papers being printed. I literally just talked to this woman about this. I wish I had a second camera to point this way because the tray on the printer is pushed in. It's just spitting stuff out and it's falling on the floor. It's pretty funny. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to put this up on the screen where you guys can call in now. You can call into the show. And she's texting me. And the first thing is an expletive. I'll mispronounce it and you get the idea. Shite. I'm not going to try and print anything else till you are done. Sorry. I think it's funny. I think she might think I'm mad at her, but I'm not. So call into the show. Let's hear what you have to say about whatever you've been working on. If nobody wants to call in, I do have some comments over here on some videos we can get into. But I think I would much rather listen to what you guys have to say as I drink a little bit of Coke so I don't cough. Okay. Anybody you want can call in. We're going to do call-ins for, 15 more minutes if someone wants to call in. I don't know how that works. A call and a half, maybe? I don't know. I have to cut somebody in. I have to cut somebody off prematurely. You're on the air.
Okay, we're going to have this debate on what's better, the field piece or the Yellow Jacket probes.
That's a fine idea, Cannon. Let's do it.
It's
okay.
The field piece.
Okay, that's not a debate.
No question about it.
That's just a statement. All right, so why?
Magic Quick.
Oh, is that the only reason?
Is better on the field piece. Because doesn't the Yellow Jacket probe have the wire on the outside for you to break?
Oh, okay, that's a valid one. That's good. The pipe clamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good point. So yeah. Okay. I'll concede that one.
Because I'm going to break that. You know me. I can break anything.
No, I think that's definitely a weak spot. You're right. If it's all consolidated into one thing, yeah, that's right. Okay.
And does the air temperature probes on those, do they bend at all, or is it straight?
They do bend, yes.
It's
very similar.
Okay,
they're similar to the field piece.
That's okay about it.
Yeah, they're real similar to the field piece. I think they're slightly more rigid than the field piece as far as the flexible wand section. But field piece has a magnet too, right?
Yes.
So they both have magnets, so I think that's probably pretty equal.
Is it a fixed magnet, or can you put it anywhere?
It's a fixed magnet.
Or is it on the collar?
It's a fixed magnet on the body.
On the collar, so you can spin it around.
Oh, that's good. That's really nice. The YJACs have the pass-through for charging while the probe's in place.
Well, here's the thing. I get extra batteries from the shop for free, so it doesn't matter.
You're talking about extra batteries. What are you talking about?
So,
you
pass-through for charge. What do you mean?
I mean, when you're charging, there's a pass-through. You can plug your hoses into it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were said charging the batteries.
No. Trying to confuse things to try to mystify me with your conversational wizardry.
You want to know something? I already have something perfect for that. It's called the core remover tool. It's a perfect team.
Oh my gosh. But that's extra pieces, man. No one wants to have extra pieces. That's what the whole thing's about.
The core remover tool is already in there because that's how I see if shredders are leaking or not.
All right. See, if I say the field piece probes are better because of your first point, and you're going to say that you want to get you just desire to use a valve core removal tool, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You got to say that the YJACs are better, for that.
No. I'm not better for that.
See, you're a crappy debater. I mean, it's like, nuh-uh. I'm rubber, you're glue sort of debate. That's not going to work.
Well, see, so it's pass-through for charging, right?
Uh-huh.
I see that as a point of failure where it might cause a leak in the future.
I don't know about that. That might be weak. That might be weak right there. And what about you can
I see
recover through it?
potential for failure.
You can do a high side recovery through it while the machine's running. I mean, that's nice. Okay, that's a nice thing to be able to do.
Well,
Cannon, do you even know what I'm talking about?
you're doing a high side recovery, which means you're just opening up the high side into the recovery bottle.
See, you know what I'm talking about. Just pumping it right in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice to be able to do that. Hey, that means if you're testing the machine and you got to take refrigerant out, you don't have to change anything up. You can just leave your crap right there, get the bottle, pump it right in there.
How much refrigerant are we taking out? Was the main question.
Does it matter?
You're right.
Hey, thanks for that one. I appreciate it. Yeah, because you're not going to do a whole lot of refrigerant because after a while you're going to have to stop it and use a recovery machine. But if you have like a way overcharged unit, you could skim a few pounds out of it probably.
I luckily have not seen a way overcharged unit in a minute.
Well, I've done this specific activity.
To deal with, and I'm glad I haven't seen one in a while.
Overcharged unit, well, yeah, I guess it's less common than grossly overcharged is less common. That's probably better to say because overcharged is probably common, but just not so much that it's even like if your subcooling target is 8 and you have 11, I mean, that's, 12 overcharged, I guess, but it'll still work just fine.
Well, it's 10 plus or minus 5, isn't it? So it's still good.
I mean, it depends, I guess.
Depends on the unit, I guess,
Yeah.
But
10 is what I use when I don't know, basically.
10 is what the book said when I was in tech school, so that's what I do. That's what I say is okay.
Yeah. Well, looking at the chat here, it says Mark Beezer says if it doesn't work with Measure Quick, he won't even consider it. Do you use Measure Quick on every call?
Technically, I'm required to.
Shut the front door. Why do you have to use it on every call?
The office wants to see it on every call.
Well, that's
I
a
take
good thing.
Screenshot of it and send it in.
So you're using the fill piece probes and Measure Quick on every call?
Yes.
Are you? Let's see.
Well,
here.
like not a heat repair, but not a furnace repair.
Man, I can hit the button here. I heard the beeping in. I said I'm gonna hit the button. Okay. Yeah, not on a furnace repair, but still, I mean, you take heat rise and stuff with those. Do you record everything you do with them?
I got a pocket thermometer for that. I don't need to take heat rise with it.
But what doesn't the office want to see something?
Look, they have not said anything about it yet. It's just mainly when I do a maintenance or a cooling repair that they complain about it. So.
Oh. Well, I really do want to get back into using Measure Quick, and I actually am going to contact Yellow Jacket and kind of ask them because they probably have some sort of reason. I guess the reason would be we're really proud of our app. We just blah 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 blah. But hopefully
I did see when we were talking about non-invasive how you did bring up with Jim Bergman, and you put that in the video.
Did you see that? I found.
Yeah, I saw that.
What did I name that video? Like I invented Measure Quick or something? That's what I was going to name
it. I think it was Canon's non-invasive testing. I thought it had my name in it.
I know one of them has your name in it. The Canon's Mold House has your name in it. I know that.
Oh yeah, that one. That house is. I was getting emails from that lady while I was on vacation. I'm like, I don't need to think about HVAC right now. You're getting ignored.
Well, that's fine.
I responded to her today though.
It was like 5 weeks later. Hey, do you remember me?
What you said?
I said, do you remember me? I was at your house 5 weeks ago. No. You know what actually I was thinking about when you said that is, did I ever give you one of those Amp Probe mold testers? Or like, they're moisture meters.
And I found it actually.
Have you ever used it?
It is, I have never used it. It is currently actually on my kitchen table.
But you've never used, not even at the mold house, just out of curiosity? Or you didn't know where it was at the time?
I just said it's on my kitchen table.
All right, well, stab your kitchen table. Is it made of wood?
Yes.
I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Your mom will be angry.
Hey, I don't own this place. This is an apartment. Let's just do the wall right now. It is 11% of my wall.
It's funny. The chat's down there. It's like, tell Cannon the clock is ticking. That's kind of brutal. It's a 10-minute time limit, and the conversation's good so far, and they're still like, all of them must hang. That's how they're gonna be.
Hey, they just hate me.
No, they don't hate you. I don't think it's specifically even you.
I think most of them hate me.
I don't think they hate you. I don't think so. Hey,
I
you're
think
willing to
there's
call
a few
here.
people that hate me in the chat.
Okay.
And you know what? I love that they hate me because I appreciate them.
Well, this is like wrestling. You're a heel, and you're not a face. That's what they call it. So you're going to be a heel that you automatically. I know you call in, and then sometimes you'll actually do things to make them hate you. I feel like you actually do things to make them hate you on purpose.
You may or may not be wrong about that. I do feel like there's some hatred from, when was it? 4 years ago when I'd call in all the
4
time
years ago.
and talk about that app that I'm not allowed to bring up anymore.
Yeah, that's me doing you a favor. That I don't know, because sometimes here's the problem I see that I identified with you as well, is that I will think something's a good idea, and then everybody around me will tell me how bad that idea is, and it's almost like I won't believe them. And I felt like that's how you were calling in, talking about that, thinking it was going to be very funny, when everyone around you was like, "No, it's not."
Here's the thing. Everybody else did not think it was funny, but I thought it was hilarious that they thought it wasn't funny.
So you actually did it for the joy. It's a real like this
I
Kaufman
did
style
it for
comedy.
self-joy, okay? I had
Self-joy.
very deep depression at the time, and I needed to have some joy in my life.
Don't put deep depression into it. You're gonna dampen this whole fun thing. If you bring in some actual clinical problem, it's gonna ruin it.
Well, okay.
You be a man and stuff that away and never talk about it.
I tried doing that for a long time, and they told me I'm supposed to bring it up now.
Well, okay. Well, if it's like a 12-step thing, I'm not gonna stop you. But
That's what they told me in that one hospital, but all those people were crazy, so I don't want to smoke.
Hey, that's all right. Blant, your time's up. Someone else is calling. Ironically, that's true. So I'm going to take the call, actually. But I do appreciate it,
Okay, have
actually.
a good night.
Take it easy. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Zach.
This is Zach. Who is this?
Zach, this is Marco. How are you?
Marco, you said you were going to call.
I did say I was going to call, but I'm going to make it way faster than I said.
Well, you said 12 minutes. All you got to do is make it about 83% of what you
Yeah,
were.
yeah, no, I only need 4 or 5 minutes.
All right. Shoot. What's up?
Well, just wanted to touch base. I work for a supply house. We are mostly hydronic heat, and I just wanted to say thank you. I've learned a tremendous amount from you and the rest of the crew here. It's wonderful.
Well, that's awesome, man. I really appreciate that. I think it's because we have dudes in the chat like yourself, like someone to call in to kind of help pull the knowledge together. So that is really cool. What is your position at the parts house? How much can you tell us? Because I know sometimes you want to keep like some of the details private. So what do you do?
No, I'm happy to share. We're mostly a hydronics supply house. I do a lot of tech support.
Oh, hey, we needed a boiler person before. You could be our boiler person.
I'm not prepared to say that I'm an expert, but hopefully I can help out anytime somebody needs me. We do a lot of boilers, and I'm very heavily involved in that side of things.
I heard you say boiler. Where are you at?
I am in Boston, as you
Oh,
probably
man.
guessed.
Oh, that's fantastic. We needed some more Boston representation.
But we're getting more and more into the heat pump side of things up here. So I'm learning a lot from you guys.
Oh, that's pretty cool that you're getting into heat pumps. First of all, I had to go through like a 5-second period in my brain where I was just imagining you running around going, "Nomar, Nomar." I don't know if you watched the Red Sox ever with Nomar Garciaparra, but it's very good.
That was very much me. That's pretty accurate.
Hey, they finally won something, man. It's great. Nah, but you were saying you get into heat pumps up there. You do a lot of boiler stuff, and I'm guessing when you say that, you're saying you sell a bunch of that. So when you get heat pumps, when you're talking about heat pumps, what are you selling up there for heat pumps?
Well, without getting too much into the brand names, really what we're starting to see is the utilities are really pushing the high efficiency heat pumps. We do some mini splits, but we're starting to see some of the inverter technology with the conventional system roll out.
So that's sort of what I was thinking you were going to say, because they're more tailored to the colder environment over there. So does that go along with maybe a decline in the sale of boiler heat, or do you see that still staying steady?
Well, we're seeing it stay steady. A lot of it is utility based. There are a lot of rebates for the high efficiency stuff, but we're starting to see some of the utility stuff switch over. Right now, there's a $10,000 rebate
Good
for
night.
somebody that converts to a high efficiency heat pump.
$10,000.
$10,000, yes, sir.
Now, do you know, as far as this rebate, what does that entail? What is a high efficiency heat pump in their eyes?
You know, I would have to check the exact numbers, but I want to say that, you know, it's got a SEER rating of 16 or 17% and an EER of 10.
Well, that's not too awful high. I mean, that's not crazy high. 16's, almost normal these days. If we're at 14, are you guys? I guess you guys are maybe still at 13. I don't remember offhand.
Yeah, we're in the process of upgrading that. Yes.
Oh man, well that's pretty interesting how you're seeing it change. Now, how long have you worked in the parts house?
Well, I've been in the parts houses for about 28 years now, but we're starting to see more and more HVAC. New England is a very traditional hydronic heat area.
What about oil stuff?
We do quite a bit of oil in the New England area. There is still a tremendous oil customer base out here.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I had a grandmother that passed, but she lived in Rochester, New York. She had an oil furnace. A lot of the people that I knew that were up there had oil furnaces. And I was just wondering, as far as that goes, you figure that would be on the decline with, we're trying to move toward quote unquote green or whatever you want to call it.
It is. It is. We have some cities and towns here that have actually put bans on natural gas installations.
Natural gas
for new construction or remodels where 50% or more is being remodeled.
Oh man, I always thought of natural gas as like the most environmentally friendly gas you could get beyond LP or even oil. And that's
no, you're right, but we live in it's kind of a unique area here. The politics are what they are, but we have a lot of people that are super environmentalists, and we're really looking at the electrification of everything, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah, no, I think there's definitely room for that. I mean, with heat pumps and everything like that, I know they're able to deal with the cold. I know, especially they can be built for the cold, like these inverters. They go down to a lower temperature, so I know you can do it. But I mean, a lot of times people get stuck in a certain way.
No doubt. You know what you can't do? I'm not built to work outside on these things when it's super cold like it gets around here.
Yeah,
I'm a bit of a pansy, and I don't want to do that.
Well, I don't really blame you. It doesn't. I live near Wilmington, North Carolina, or a couple climate zones away from you. And when it snows and we have to go out there and work on heat pumps, it's a lot of misery just because of the cold, and your fingers end up locking up. And if you're like me and you're in your 40s, they really lock up, and it feels arthritic almost, and then it starts to melt when you're sitting on it. It's just a misery. So I can definitely understand that.
Well, anyways, I just wanted to call and say thank you. I've learned a whole lot from you guys. And I would also like to point out that maybe some of your newer maybe some of your newer viewers maybe haven't seen some of your other stuff.
It's true.
You did some videos where it was Mad Scientist, I think you called it, for wiring, which was a lot of fun.
Which one are you thinking about when you're saying that? Because I have one picture in my mind when you say that.
What with the Mad Scientist stuff, you did a couple things on changing fan speeds with a couple of relays, which I got a lot out of. I love the electrical side of things.
It's fun. It's fun to manipulate things. Although I don't. Sometimes I like to take stuff that's already there, and for better or for worse, I tinker with it. So I was thinking about the heat pump with two wires.
In the process of developing a control that will work off of humidity for a lot of the furnaces that we sell here are basic, and they don't really have that. Um, and another video that I really liked that you did a tech support video a million years ago, and I can't remember what channel it was on, but it was somebody calling into tech support.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
and then
about.
the furnace exploded. I'm not even sure I could find that video on YouTube.
I don't think
that
it's
thing
available.
made me laugh.
I don't think that video is available anymore. That was Ralph Wolf tech support. That was based off of not Ralph Wolf, Ralph Bear. I named him Ralph Bear. It's based on Ralph Wolf, of course. I'll dig that sucker up. I know it's somewhere. It's probably not a public video any longer, and it's probably on a different channel, just from where I was at that time. I'll try to dig that thing up and like play it at the beginning of the next show or something. It'll be hilarious.
I'll tell you, I think a lot of people would get a kick out of it, especially people in my position, because that is something that I live every day.
Yeah, I'll try to find that one because I actually got a kick out of that. When that one got done, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I enjoyed that one. So.
Anyways, you guys have a great night. It was wonderful talking to you.
Awesome, Marco. Please call in again, man.
All right. Have a good one.
Take care. Bye. Goodbye to Marco. Marco Polo. No. So that was Marco, first time caller here. And he must have been, I didn't say it on there, but he must have been the one that was talking about the quick sear boards maybe at some time. I can't remember who makes those now. The boards that had the sensor that I put one of them in. This is making no sense. This is like stream of consciousness. There was a circuit board that would change the blower speed based on humidity. And it reminds me of that. And someone was talking to me about that recently, and I don't remember if that was him or not. That's what I was trying to say there. HVAC Shop Talk. This is Blue Air. Marco picks YJack and then calls and tell us service techs that he works at the parts house. I guess he uses YJack to check the superheat subcooling on his sandwich at lunch. Ooh, ball buster. He's a ball buster. Oh, someone else calling me? Well, hey, you're too late. Sorry, you're too late because we're about to do skill trade up. We will get you next time. I promise. We'll get you next time. Yep. Country Fried HVAC. Sounds very southern, if you ask me. It's a very southern sounding name. Nicest guy from Massachusetts I've ever heard speak. Yep, he's definitely southern. So am I. That was fun. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take a break right now, then we'll come back and play some skilled trade up. For those of y'all who don't know what the skilled trade up is, it is an HVAC game show where I ask you questions. You get them right, you win tools. There is one change tonight. If you get them right before and you wanted to go to the next level, you had to give up one tool for a better tool. Now I'm just going to let you keep as many as you win. But if you lose them all. That's how it's going to go. So feel free. You got to come on the air with me for that. That means you have to have a camera. I have to be able to see you. And you have to, of course, have a microphone so I can hear you speak. And I'll put a link in the chat. Oh, man. And then someone's asking about that board. I'm going to put a link in the chat as soon as we go to break. And you can hit that link if you want to play. So let me get back down there. Sam Andrews says, I have a new topic. Products you wish they made. I will write down 5 of those. Products I wish were made. This is how these things happen, guys. I just write them down. That's how the magic of the podcast happens. And Mark Beezer says, is the fan handler the board you were talking about? The fan handler? No, that's not it. There's some other name to it. I'll drag that sucker out either next time or following time. I think it's called Quick Sear Watt Saver. Quick Sear Watt Saver, maybe? I'm going to look that up. I think it's the Watt Saver. It's very foggy, and I don't remember if I actually filmed this for YouTube. All right, so let's take that break. If you see the link, go ahead and slap that link if you want to play. The only people that are not eligible to play are the people that have recently won. So if you've won in the last few weeks, just let someone else have a turn. And then after, a few months go by, come on back and play again. Or if there's a show where no one decides to play and it looks like I'm about to shut it down, plop on in here because might as well have somebody. Yeah, Beezer, I think it's Watt Saver. I'll look it up. I'll try to find it before next time. And I can't remember who makes it. I want to say it's like Mainstream, but I think Mainstream was the people who did my EPA card. It's foggy, man. I'm getting older. So let's take this break. Let's get somebody in here so we can play some skilled trade up, and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. So I'll see you guys about 2 minutes. Hit that link if you want to play. Alrighty, guys. It looks like we have a contestant down there. I think I know this guy. Let's see here. And I've written down these things here that we're going to work on for next time. I'm going to find out more about this natural gas thing in New England that they're making this huge mistake on. Watt Saver board, products I wish were made. If there's anything else, guys, just put it in the chat there with the the orange Shop Talk deal. And let's see here. Who have we here? We have none other than HVAC Rookie. And let's see here. Who have we? That's me talking in the past. Other than
yeah, I know it's been echoing.
Let's see here. Who have we? That's me talking in the past. Other than
yeah,
where's that coming from? Is that the speakers?
Probably.
See if you can mute those. Where's that coming from?
Oh, it's not my speakers. That's coming from you.
Is that the speakers? That can't be right. Hold on a second. See if you can mute those.
Where's that coming from? Oh, it's not my speakers. That's coming from you.
Oh, this is trippy. This must stop. Hold on one second. We're going to figure this out. Let's see here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch screens for just a second because that's going to give me brain damage. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch screens for just a second because that's going to give me brain damage. On the fly. Oh, that's not working. Oh, what we're going to do. I'm going to I think it might be you after all, man.
It's not me.
Let's see. How can we I think it might be you after all, man.
It's not me.
Let's see. How can we I muted mine.
It's not me.
Try muting yours real quick. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see. So it stopped. If you're listening to it on your computer, I guess you might have to. Do you have any headphones you can put in just to see? I can sing a song or two while we're waiting. I can buy you some time. We'll go back over. Back over to this. There we go. All right, I'm just going to sing. I'm going to write a song, and it's going to be called Rookie's Headphones, and it'll last.
Oh, I don't know where my headphones are.
I'm just going to sing. I'm going to write a. That's weird. It is. It's coming through your speakers, man. Can you hit it on your phone or something and come back in?
Sorry.
I'm just going to sing.
All right, give me a second. Let me log back in.
That's weird. It is. It's coming through your speakers. I'm going to move you off the screen just for a second, and then you come in on your phone. All right, we're going to fix it. He's going to win big. I have a sense that he's going to win like the grand prize. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to afford him every opportunity to come back in and win. And we'll get back to the chat here for a second, and we can talk chat people. Let's see here. A drone. You're talking about drones down there. A drone to carry vacuum pump torches and nitrogen bottle to the roof. Well, that's a winner right there, Weaver. I like that. Shop Talk. I like the older videos where you just rode around in the truck talking business experience. Oh, yeah. There's a couple of videos people really liked on that series. I can't remember the name of the video, but one of them in particular. And what I did was I just talked about whatever was going on in my business at the time. And I think a lot of guys were feeling the exact same way. Jessica says water has a refrigerant number. Yeah, what is that refrigerant number? 700 something. I always get it confused. Like 717's like ammonia or water or something like that. Guys, help me out here. I know one of you smart guys knows. Sam, it's an issue sometimes. Sometimes the speakers, there's like a noise cancellation thing, and I had it on, and it usually solves that problem, but it didn't this time. I don't know why. Hopefully he's back. We'll give him a few minutes to come back. If he gets on his phone, it'll probably work just fine. So we'll see. Then he'll win big. I see somebody. Wait. Here we go. Let's see.
Now it's like too dark.
It's really dark, but the vocal's working perfectly, so we can go with it.
Well, maybe it was the laptop. Who knows?
Laptops are awful. I have one right here. It was broke earlier.
I was like, it can't be me because I was muted and it just kept echoing. But whatever, as long as it stopped.
Hey, it stopped. It doesn't matter. I don't mind saying it was my fault, but as long as it stops, it's fine. You ready to win, man?
I'm just here to play, man. I don't even care about the prizes.
All right, man. I'm gonna pick out a bunch of It's all about the fun. It's about
shutting me down, huh?
No, I want you to win. That's what I was saying when you left. I said this guy's gonna win, so we're gonna give him the time to come back. Because sometimes people leave in like this situation and they never return. They never come back. So I'm glad you came back and we solved the problem. Because then you could win this Husky 6-inch waterproof storage bin. Man, if you put stuff in there, you think there's gonna be water on it? let me let you know, there will not be any water
It's
on it. Unless there's
waterproof.
already, unless you pour water into it and then shut it. Then the water's never getting out either. So
Can
there's
goldfish live in it?
goldfish can live in it for a
Okay,
period of
that's
time. For a period of time.
For a period of time.
You know the ones you get at the fair in the bag? Sort of like that. All right, so the first level question that you have is what I call the gimme question. It's this question where everybody needs to win something. So without further ado, we're just going to go after the gimme question. And I think you're going to do well at this. So I'm going to cue up the music, and here we go. The gimme question is, who am I? A, Zach. B, Gil. D, Brian with a Y. Or C, sorry. D, Gary.
Can I go with E, a little piece of all?
Hey, if you put all four of them things together, I don't know if you want to listen to whatever it is.
I'm gonna have to go with A, Zach.
That's a fantastic answer, and of course you're right. I am in fact Zach. I have a Social Security card that says that. I don't know where it's at, but it does say that. So you got that. You got yourself the most fantastic waterproof container ever been created. That's not
Okay,
by
then
Milwaukee.
I need to stop now. Then, now that
Yes.
I know
That's a fantastic bit of restraint you have there. You'll never make it to the flashlight. And like I said, you're going to add these things together. So as many as you win, you can keep. But if you lose them all. I mean, you're familiar with that part of it. You lose
terrible.
everything. Yes. It's like reality television. We want to see people fail. No, that's not right.
fail. I don't
We
plan
wanna see you
on
win.
tonight, so let's fail right now.
I don't think you're going to fail. All right. You're going to add this flashlight to your list here of things that I'm going to be shipping you shortly. And we'll give you the second question right here. I think you're going to get it right. Now, this is the easy question. So there's gimme, easy, medium, and hard. This is easy. It's all relative, though, I guess. Which line temperature is used to measure evaporator superheat? A, suction line at the compressor. B, suction line exiting the evaporator. C, liquid line before the expansion device. Or D, liquid line at the condenser service valve.
I think I'm gonna guess and say A.
You're going to say A.
I am.
Which, is that your final
Oh, yeah.
answer?
That's my final answer.
Well, I tell you what, though. Unfortunately, it's the wrong answer.
I told you I only wanted to win the first round.
Yeah, but I told you lose everything if you get it wrong.
I know. I don't care, Zach. I just wanted to support you, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you gave us $2 super chat. I appreciate that, and feel free to call in and
I
talk.
told you I didn't play to win. I just wanted to support you. That's all, brother. Nobody else was jumping in, so I figured I would jump in.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you, Scott. And you know what? Maybe I'll send. You already got stickers and stuff, I'm sure, don't you?
I don't need anything, brother. Like I said,
All right.
just was supporting you. That's all.
I appreciate it, man. We'll call back in sometimes. We'll talk about whatever it is you're working on.
Right on.
All right, dude. Good old Scott, man. All right. Well, that was awful nice. That was awful cool. Scott, he's played the show to be, I don't know, it's been a while since he played, but he has won. He has won the episodes before. Yep. And total system superheat is sort of what the other one was standing for. And then you had evaporator superheat. And then the other two, you don't really use to measure superheat as far as evaporator superheat. You can measure superheat off the compressor too. But that wasn't what we were looking for right there. So we had two questions there. And, we're going to let it ride. It's already 10:10. We'll get out of here for tonight. And I'm going to do one more time, guys. Just go over what it is we're going to do next time. Because I know sometimes if you don't see a certain part of the show, then you don't know. Something that gets asked to me a lot is, where do these shows go when they're done? They become unlisted. So they don't appear on your feed anymore. Because basically I don't want a whole bunch of long live streams all over the place. It's easier just to find the short cut up videos. But if you do want to watch the longer live streams, they're all on one playlist. So if you go to my channel and go to playlist, you'll see HVAC Shop Talk Live, and every single one of them's on there, and you can listen or watch whichever one you want to. So those are available all the time, and as soon as this is over, that's where this show will be as well. Now, I will go over these things that I've written down that you guys were talking about this time next time, and I'll do a little bit of research and see if I can't figure out what that circuit board was. We will have these same prizes next time, and there might be some different ones too mixed in. And I will be having, on Sunday night, 9 p.m., we're going to have our next show. And at the end of that show, there will be like an additional part for the channel members. So if you want to become a channel member, you can see on the screen, there should be a little thing that says join. You can do it there to become a channel member. And I'm going to do maybe like a 15-minute to half an hour extension. That'll just be for members right there. So that'll be kind of a fun. And that's just a thank you for being a member and supporting the channel. And I really appreciate that. And I know some of the Subscribe Star people are here. And you guys, if you want to switch over to be members, that's what I would do. It'll be easier for doing the member stream. So if you've been on Subscribe Star and you're not a member, I would just go over and be a member. So I think that'll be easier for consolidation purposes, because even with YouTube treating that system the way they do, I think it's still better to make it easier on everybody in the long run. If you have any questions about that, hvacshoptalk@gmail.com. You saw the number on the screen, which is this, I think. Where did I put it? There we go. I'll go back to the screen. 910-970-0043. You can text me with any questions like that. If there's something you want to talk about on the show and you don't really feel like calling into the show or appearing live with me, that's fine. You can just text me and say, Zach, will you find out about this? And I will try to find out about whatever that is. And tomorrow is going to be my day where I do a lot of this research. So if you do so, try to text me tomorrow, because on Saturday I probably won't be in here doing that sort of thing. I do want to get out and use that duct blaster and do a little bit of startup testing on some HVAC units, which I know we all know and love. So, Blue Air, you are a good guy, Zach. These forums are good for HVAC. Well, I appreciate that. I'm not good all the time, but I work on that. And my commitment to you guys is just to be as honest as possible, and that comes with some good and some bad. And I'm sure over time, if you watch me long enough, you'll see both of those. But I'm always efforting to at least make the show a benefit to you in some way, educational, entertainment, just good old-fashioned fun, whatever. I just hope that you get something out of it, and you'll tolerate my character flaws as they appear, which you may not see them yet, but assuredly they are there, and they are large. So, Heart Duck Blaster. No, I don't think so. So, guys, I hope you try out the channel membership. I hope you find it worth your while. That's just the way that the channel sustains itself. So it is on me to prove to you that is a worthwhile thing. That's what I'm going to try to do starting on Sunday. I hope you guys join me then. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be another podcast out tomorrow morning. And then the next one, I'm going to try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday on all podcasts. So you'll have a Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday night live stream, and then podcast 3 days a week. So you can listen to them in the van. All right. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I know my wife is probably wanting all these papers she printed out. I'll go bring those up to her. And I will see each and every one of you on the next one.